up, and welcome to the Beneath the Dirt podcast. I'm your host, Ron Bone. Thank you for tuning in. Episode 158 in the high. What's good, everybody? Thank you for tuning in, whether you're on YouTube or your favorite podcasting app. What's really good? Hope everybody's staying safe out there. All that good stuff. Yeah, thank you for tuning in. Much love, man. Yeah, it's really feeling like fall up in this motherfucker. I know I keep saying it, but it just gets a little bit chillier out every day. So what's really good? We got a bunch of shit to talk about this week. A lot of exciting shit. Yum Yum is coming. Holla Wicked is here. Whole bunch of new music. But before we get into all that shit, I want to send a shout out to Scott Matthews for sending in a donation this week. He said, cheers to the come up, brother. Keep grinding and shining. Be blessed, Scott Matthews. Thank you for your donation. Much love. Always appreciated. Much fucking love, man. Like, man, love that shit. Super dope. And thank you for your donation. And I'm gonna keep grinding, bro. I'm gonna keep grinding. That's for sure. And yeah. And let's get into a little bit of promo material. Up now on the Fago Lovers YouTube channel is the Juggalo ranked Joker's cards from ICP, as voted by the Juggalos. That's right. Brandon, also aka fucking Joker's Gallery, been promoting this show up on all his social medias, tallying votes from all the Juggalos, and the Juggalos spoke, and he tallied up all the fucking votes. Apparently there was like hundreds of votes from people, hundreds of people that voted. So, yeah. Peep that shit is up on the Fago Lovers YouTube channel. Shout out to Joker's Gallery, Mike Sears, Luke the Goon in the house. And although I haven't recorded the show yet, I'm sure it was a fucking blast. I'm sure it was, I'm sure the list was interesting. But it is up on Fago Lovers YouTube channel now. So peep that shit and, shout out to Fago Lovers, Joker's Gallery, Mike Sears, Luke the Goon for having me be a part of that. And yeah, super dope, man. I know he was trying to, make the shit dope, and I'm sure it came out fucking dope. So go peep that shit. And yeah, let's get into some new music. Now, this is a release I talked about a couple weeks back. And although it's not necessarily new, it is new to digital because it wasn't released to digital right away. You could only get the hard copy of it, and you would get an instant download of it on Mav's website, Mav of the Cloth, produced by Spanish Ran. The album is called Breakfast at Sue's. Like I said, talked about it a couple weeks ago, but it is up on all digitals now. People were hitting me up asking where to find this album. Well, you can now get it on Apple Music, Spotify, all that shit. And this album is fire. Fire. I've got to live with it for a couple weeks now, and this is probably my favorite project from Mav yet, especially this year. I believe this is his fourth project that he's dropped this year, and he killed it with this one. The production from Spanish Ran was fire. Mav, just kind of smooth with his flow. Gangsta shit. Love it. So if you like that grimy New York shit, and if you've checked out anything of DeCloth before that I've recommended, I highly recommend checking this one out because this is one of my favorite releases from the DeCloth Collective. Yeah. So peep that shit on all digitals now. And then we got another release from Animal. We were talking about this dude a few weeks back. He dropped his first project, One, under the alias Animal, and now he's back with Dark Horse as Animal, and it is up on all digitals now. And this shit is dope. I do like the first one better. This one's a short listen, like 5 songs, 15 minutes. Kind of more mellow, but more darker, if you will, than the first project was a couple weeks back. But this Dark Horse project from Animal is still really solid release from him. Top quality production, mixing, engineering, as always from this dude. So if you were digging, or if you did check out the first Animal project from a couple weeks back, I do recommend you check this one out because it is fire. He calls it pop music for introverts, and dark wave, synth pop, all that shit. It is a little bit poppy sounding, but it's dark. Like lyrically, the shit is dark. And peep it, man. This dude is super talented. I've been fucking with this dude for a long ass time. Like I said before. So go peep the new Animal project. It's called Dark Horse on all DSPs now. And I had somebody ask me this week, what is a DSP? Digital Service Provider. Is a DSP, Apple Music, Spotify. I'm sure if you listen to this podcast on the regular, you already know. But, just in case if you don't know, now you know. So yeah, let's get into some more music. Let's get into some psychopathic hatchet related shit. Let's take a book. Let's open this book to chapter 17 with Ouija Mac. He dropped a brand new single this week off the upcoming Pretty Ugly mixtape. And man, I posted up on Twitter saying, bumping this new Ouija Mac put a smile on my face. And that's exactly what it did, because this dude is just so dope and consistently puts out dope music. This new single, Get a Life, off Pretty Ugly 2, which is dropping next month. And I got a release date right here for you as a matter of fact. But this single is fire. The project is produced entirely by Devereaux, so the beats are going to be banging. And this fucking song is, dude, the bass on this shit is insane, as usually is with most Ouija Max shit. But 11/19, November 19, Pretty Ugly 2 drops. I'm hyped for it, man. Ouija just stays killing it, stays consistent. One of the most consistent, if not the most consistent, specifically in the Juggalo scene. Like, seriously, in my personal opinion anyway, this dude fucking kills it. Every single time he's up to bat, knocks it out of the fucking park. So peep, Get a Life from Ouija Mac, produced by Devereaux. The shit is fire. And the pre-orders are up now. We did talk about it last week. Pre-orders are up now, so go cop that shit. Cop that shit. And he also dropped a video for it as well. The video is up on YouTube. I haven't peeped the video yet, but I did listen to the track a handful of times this week since it came out. Shit is fire, son. Super dope. So shout out to Ouija Mac for just staying consistent and being one of my favorite artists. One of the most consistent, Just dude's murderous with it. Super fucking dope. And let's get into the cover story this week, shall we? Shall we get into it? We're on the fucking, we're at chapter 17 right now. Anyway, it's finally fucking here. The pre-orders for Yum Yum Bedlam are finally here. They just came 2 weeks before the album drops. Finally dropped pre-orders. There isn't a whole bunch of packages for it like a lot of people do. It's pretty fucking simple. You got either just the CD option or a CD and a exclusive t-shirt option, which is, they're calling, the mystery shirt bundle, whatever, designed by Tom Wood. Tom Wood kills it with the illustrations. You've seen his work all over the fucking place from ICP. He actually designed the Yum Yum Bedlam Joker's card and Fearless Fred Fury, if I'm not mistaken. I believe he's designed the last two. And it was the first time ever that they let somebody besides Shaggy design a Joker's card. So he did design Yum Yum Bedlam, Fearless Fred Fury. Pre-orders are up now. We are 2 weeks from today. I'm recording this Sunday, the 17th. Exactly 2 weeks away from Yum Yum Bedlam being released. It's being released on a Sunday. It's a little different than the New Music Friday drop, but it is being dropped. And it is fucking coming. Pre-orders are here. They're saying up on Merch Now's website that the pre-orders will ship on the 22nd if you order just the CD option. If you order the t-shirt option, which by now, if you're listening to this, it's probably already gone. It was only available throughout the weekend until I believe noontime Monday, which is today. The podcast is released. So if you're listening to this, if you catch it before noontime, you still got time to cop that t-shirt bundle. If not, you already missed out. And I believe they said that one would be shipped out on the 29th. So chances are you probably won't get that shit until after the release date. But if you order just the CD option, there is the chance that you'll get the CD before the release date. Before the release date. Fingers crossed that happens. But for me, and I don't know if this happened to anybody else, but I put my order in up on Merch Now's website, which I've ordered from before. Never had a problem with Merch Now. I know some juggalos have, but, everything can't be fucking peachy perfect or whatever. I put in an order for just the CD option. I don't necessarily need the t-shirt. I have a ton of fucking t-shirts as it is. I don't really need to add another one to the collection, even though I know that Tom Wood design is going to be fucking fire. If they did have a Yum Yum Bedlam hoodie, like an embroidered hoodie, that would have been an instant cop. Because like I said before, the Yum Yum Bedlam design is the best of the second card in my opinion. But anyway, back to my original fucking point. Fucking getting all off track here. I don't know if this happened to anybody else. But I put in my order with Merch Now, and then I get my order summary in an email. And as you can see right here, if you're watching on YouTube, I posted up on my Instagram stories, didn't post it up on my feeds or anything like that. But it says I put in an order for an Insane Clown Posse Bazooka Joey Navy Extra Large t-shirt. I looked at the ICP Merch Now website. I did not see any Bazooka Joey t-shirts available for purchase on the website. So why this happened, I don't know. If this happened to you, let me know. Or if it just said you ordered the CD, But for me, this is what my order summary said. So I hope that I get the CD. Now, I said I didn't need any t-shirts. If I do get a Bazooka Joey t-shirt, then so fucking be it. I don't recall them selling a Bazooka Joey t-shirt. I don't remember that. Maybe it was part of the Mighty Death Pop drop that happened a couple weeks back. But I hope I get the fucking CD, man. I hate when shit like this happens. Gets me all nervous and shit. But regardless, I got my pre-order in, whether I get a fucking t-shirt or the actual album. The album is dropping on Halloween as promised, We had 2 previous release dates. It was supposed to drop Christmas of last year and then March 5th of this year. But it's coming and I'm pretty excited for it, man. I can't lie. I'm excited to get the shit, usher in a new era. And I was thinking about it how I contradict on myself all the time. I'm not excited for the shit. I'm excited for the shit. I'm not going to have high expectations for it. I hope the shit's dope. Like I always say, I'm just some asshole with a microphone in my mom's basement. Even I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about half the time. But I'm hyped to usher in a new era of the Joker's Card series. Yum Yum Bedlam. The fucking design is super dope. Another thing of note is we've had 0 singles from Yum Yum Bedlam. 0 now. We could get one in the meantime. Maybe this Friday coming up, we'll get a single. Who the fuck knows? I don't know. No word of any new music besides the full album coming from ICP has been announced. So, the newest shit that we have to judge is the Yum Yum's Lure EP, the House Party Peep Show EP. Now, the House Party Peep Show EP, in my opinion, was dope. I think all but 2 songs on that shit. It was only 6 tracks, but 2 of the tracks on there, I wasn't really feeling. But the songs that were good on there were really fucking good. And then you had Yum Yum's Lure, which is like the prelude to Yum Yum Bedlam. I know a lot of people like it. I also know a lot of people don't like it. I happen to be one of the people that didn't like it. The only track I really liked off Yum Yum's Lure was Loyalty. And when I heard it, I was like, this would be it sounds like it would be a perfect intro for the Yum Yum Bedlam album. And I was like, man, I kind of wish they would have held on to that one for the album. And then since then, Shaggy has said on the Shaggy and the Creep show that none of the songs on Yum Yum Bedlam, including Ding Ding Doll, which was advertised as the first single from Yum Yum Bedlam, would not be on the actual album. So even if you like the songs, none of them will be on the album. They'll be exclusive to Yum Yum's Lure, according to Shaggy, and that was probably 6 months ago. But yeah, man, the album's coming. No singles. No news of any singles dropped as of yet, as I'm recording this, 5 p.m. on Sunday. And yeah, I think that's about it. The pre-orders are up. If you're listening before Monday at noon, you still got a chance to cop the Tom Wood designed t-shirt. And if not, you can cop the CD. And I'm excited for it. Nothing really else to say about it. Except that fucking design. Look at that fucking design. That shit is fire. Love that shit. But that wasn't the only fucking news we got from ICP last week. Holla Wicked, that was another thing we were questioning. Is Holla Wicked going down? Is Yum Yum Bedlam happening? Well, they announced earlier last week before Yum Yum Bedlam that Holla Wicked is, in fact, going down. The flyer for it right here, taking it back to where it all began at the Majestic in Detroit. Extra special Holla Wicked, limited to 1,000 tickets at the venue where the Holla Wicked tradition began. Also celebrating the release of the 5th Joker's card, Yum Yum Bedlam. Majestic Theater, the 28th annual Holla Wicked. Tickets went up on sale. Less than 12 hours later, tickets were sold the fuck out. So if you didn't get your tickets, you're assed out, and you're going to have to pay secondary market value for them tickets. And good luck with that if people are even going to sell their Holla Wicked tickets. Holla Wicked, next to the Gathering, it's like right up there as like the number one event from ICP. This is the longest annual tradition from ICP, Holla Wicked. I believe the first one was in 94, right? I think. And yeah, sold the fuck out. Now, let's do a little bit of speculation. They do release a Holla Wicked single every year, right? I do expect them to release a Holla Wicked single this year for Holla Wicked. It only makes sense. It's been the tradition from the beginning. But what about like exclusive merch? What about another dope giveaway? I'm thinking like, yo, watch them give away a fucking special edition Yum Yum Bedlam at this show. That shit would get me tight. That shit would get me, Now, I'm a CD collector, so that would be some shit. But that's purely speculation. I have no idea if that'll happen. But I do expect or anticipate a Holla Wicked single to be available or be given away at Holla Wicked as per the fucking tradition. It's just been the tradition since Dead Pumpkins, So yeah, Holla Wicked, 28 years of Holla Wicked. Fucking crazy, man. Seriously crazy that they've been holding this shit down for 28 years. So Yum Yum Bedlam is coming. Holla Wicked is sold the fuck out. You'll probably get a new single. The show will probably be dope. ICP always puts on a dope show. Probably be playing a lot of the Holla Wicked shit. Halloween themed. Some more of the Wicked shit. As I think they usually do during the Holla Wicked shows or Holla Wicked tours. And speaking of Holla Wicked, I finally compiled every single Holla Wicked single and, made my own playlist up on my Apple Music, and I'll be honest, ever since around shit 2000, either 2002 or 2003, whenever Murder Cloak came out with ABK, I kind of fell off with the Hollow Wicked singles. And I would check them out, but never really bump them like that. But since I compiled this new playlist that I have, and I'm just going to continue to add through it each year as new singles come out, there are some fucking dope, dope singles from ICP, the Hollow Wicked singles. And I was thinking about some of the most underrated singles from ICP for the Hollow Wicked singles. And I didn't compile a list, but and I wasn't even really planning on doing this, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Fuck it. We're just doing shit on the fly right now. Top 5 most underrated Hollow Wicked tracks. Drop a line. Hit me up on my social medias. Drop a line on YouTube if you're watching on YouTube. Let me know what your top 5 most underrated Hollow Wicked tracks are. Me off the top, looking at this list, most underrated Hollow Wicked tracks would have to be I'm Your Killer. This is in no particular order either. I'm Your Killer. Mitch from the Murder Mayhem show. Shout out to Mitch. Put me on to this track a couple years ago. He said, you need to peep I'm Your Killer, underrated. And he's absolutely right. They're not really rapping on the track, more talking type shit. Fire though. I love that shit. That song is so fucking dope. And then we got Amber Alert. Amber Alert, it kind of gives me vibes of like Shangri-La days. I don't know exactly what year Amber Alert was released, but it does give me Shangri-La vibes a little bit. Kind of like Crossing the Bridge. They're talking about like children dying and shit. Amber Alert kind of gives me those vibes just because of the subject matter. That song is super fucking dope. And then Haunted by the Devil. One of the best songs recorded during the Marvelous Missing Link era. Young Wicked is on the hook on here. This shit is fire. I love Haunted by the Devil. It's become one of my favorites. Just in general from ICP and their Hollow Wicked singles. Another one, number 4, would have to be Noited, Heated, and Jelly with Light and Ouija Mac. This was given away on the Screams of 17 EP or something like that. But this track, it's Violent J, Light, and Ouija Mac. Light kills it on here. Ouija murders it. Violent J kills it. Love the hook. The beat is fucking, it's just some mosh pit type shit. Love Noited, Heated, and Jelly. And then number 5, I would have to say the remake of Judgment Day. That shit is fire, man. I love Isham, one of my all-time favorites. If you're a long-time listener to this podcast, I love Isham. Just he spits the wicked shit best out of anybody, especially in the 90s. Just killed it in the 90s. And ICP's remake of Judgment Day off the Judgment Day album is just super fire. The production, like they nailed it with that one. So drop a line. Let me know what your top 5 are. But my top 5, I'm Your Killer, Amber Alert, Haunted by the Devil, Noited, Heated, Jelly, and Judgment Day 2018. Fire, man. And just in general from ICP, they haven't really missed with a Hollow Wicked single. Like even last year, I said Mr. Nothing Man wasn't special. And I think in the general catalog of ICP, it wouldn't rank that high. But I think it holds its own amongst the Hollow Wicked singles. I think it's a pretty dope track. I've grown to like it more than I did when it first dropped. And, this playlist, I've been bumping a lot of Hollow Wicked, Fright Fest, HOK shit, just this October, just as I, usually do to get ready for the Halloween season. Michael Jackson Thriller. Come on, you ain't throwing out some Thriller? Especially that music video to get you hyped up for the Halloween season. But yeah. Yum Yum Bedlam is coming. Hollow Wicked is in fact going down. That's my top 5, but that ain't it. From ICP this week, shout out to Steve1313 on Instagram for tipping me off to this article from Loudwire. And ICP, let me see. Actually, before we get into this, the Hollow-Wicked show, you don't need to wear a mask and you don't need to be vaccinated. I saw a lot of people saying that this was a requirement for Hollow-Wicked. I forgot, I meant to talk about this right now as I was talking about Hollow-Wicked originally, but skipped over it. You don't need to be vaxxed. You don't need to wear a mask. Do what the fuck you want to do. I'm not going to sit here and tell you what or what not to do. I know what I would do, but I'm not going to sit here and tell you what the fuck to do. But if you are wondering, you don't need to wear a mask. You don't need to be vaxxed. Any of that shit to go to the show. It says right on the Magic Theater's website. You know, you can see it right here. I have the image up on YouTube. So yeah, just wanted to put that out there as well. Not telling you what you should or shouldn't do, because who the fuck am I? I know what I would do, but, you know, regardless, that is the situation for the show. Now, TikTok, ICP, shout out to Steve1313 on Instagram. This is an article up on loudwire.com. Insane Clown Posse currently have 2 viral hit songs thanks to TikTok. TikTok, as you know, people play songs, dance to them, do reenactments and shit. I'm not big on TikTok. I do have a TikTok profile. I only did it just to claim the, TikTok.com/beneathdirt name. But apparently they got 2 songs, and the 2 songs are Chop Chop Slide and In My Room. Now, why, how this happened, I have no idea. But the songs combined have just over 2 million plays on TikTok as of recently. I don't know how recent in the last couple weeks or whatnot, but I thought this was dope. And, social media keeping the clowns alive, especially amongst the younger generation with TikTok. Like I said, I don't fuck with TikTok like that. I don't really know how to use it. I get why people use it and all that shit. There are some funny shits that I see on TikTok, not on TikTok, but shit that makes it to Instagram. But anyway, Chop Chop Slide and In My Room. In My Room is a fucking one of the better songs on Hell's Pit. And then Chop Chop Slide is just one of those songs that, I don't know, whatever. But I saw some people actually hating on people using ICP songs on TikTok. Like, what? Some people said that this is ruining the music for them. They said ICP was selling out. Well, ICP doesn't have anything to do with this. This is just people on the internet using the songs at their fucking own discretion. And how it's ruining the music for you by ICP getting more exposure, especially amongst younger people, which they realistically need. Any band that's been around for 30 years needs new young fans to hop on board all the time. So for anybody to say that this is ruining the music for you makes no fucking sense. How you cannot be happy about this and, happy that ICP is getting the exposure from this. This shit is dope. This is just as dope as when they played Woodstock. This is just as dope when they did, what was it, Leenda Day? When they took over TRL and everybody had to vote to get Let's Go All the Way up on TRL. This is just as dope as any of the times that they've done shit like, and this ain't even ICP doing it. This is just some organic shit happening, but this is just as dope as any of those times that ICP actually did try to push a mainstream thing. I think it's dope. I don't understand why people would hate on it or anything. It doesn't make no fucking sense to me. Granted, and shout out to Robbie from Twisted History, and he's like, God forbid anybody ruins Chop Chop Slide, you know? What the fuck, man? I don't know. I think it's dope. I don't fucks with TikTok like that, so I don't understand how it happened, why it happened. Don't really care. I just know it's a good look for ICP, and that's fucking dope, man. Like I said, I like to see people winning, regardless of anything. I like to see people winning, and this is ICP winning, whether they did it themselves or not, regardless. So yeah, I'm sure if you look up hashtags on TikTok or whatever, I don't know how to find it specifically. I haven't seen any TikToks of people using ICP. Haven't seen it make its way to my feed or anything on any of my social medias, but it's out there somewhere and it's dope. And props to the fucking people for just doing the shit. Very fucking dope. And let's get into some upcoming music releases. I think I'm going to try to make this a little segment on its own. Talk about upcoming music releases. I know we do that before, but just kind of group them together. First up, we got new Jedi Mind Tricks. Pre-orders are up on the Jedi Mind Tricks store for The Raven and the Funeral, brand new Jedi Mind Tricks album. Vinny Paz Stoop dropping November 19th. Vinny Paz this dude's dropping 2 albums a year between his solo albums and Jedi Mind Tricks albums. This dude staying busy as shit and consistently putting out dope music. His album that he dropped earlier this year was a dope listen, and I'm hyped for new Jedi Mind Tricks. I've been listening to Jedi Mind Tricks at least 15 years at this point, and the artwork is super dope. So pre-orders are up for that shit. November 19th. November 19th is going to be a pretty busy day for new music already. We got Ouija Mac dropping the 19th. Jedi Mind Tricks dropping on the 19th. Couple others. And then we got Sutter Kane. I saw this across my feed the other day. Sutter Kane announced a brand new album with I believe this one is with Rev Fang Gory. I'm not familiar with Rev Fang Gory, but we got this new album dropping October 31st. Violence Solves Everything. The cover art is fucking fire. He did post up a couple previews of songs up on his social media, up on Instagram. And Sutter Kane, in my opinion, has been regaining steam and just killing it, man. This dude's production is fire. I'll be peeping this when it drops. He's saying he's the king of this ghetto metal shit. And I don't necessarily argue him, but I don't know necessarily who is claiming the ghetto metal shit. But Sutter Kane, Donnie Darko. But I'm hyped for it, looking for it. So not only do we got Yum Yum Bedlam on Halloween, we got Sutter Kane and Rev Fang Gory with Violence Solves Everything. So be on the lookout for that shit. And then we got Joel Ortiz. Joel Ortiz, formerly of Slaughterhouse, formerly of Aftermath Entertainment. He's got a new album called Autograph, dropping November 12th. Pre-orders are up for that as well. Joel Ortiz put out one of my favorite albums last year with King Crooked, a.k.a. Crooked Eye, with the Housing Authority Rap District album, EP, whatever. That shit was fire. Now, we do have some Heatmakers production on here. We got production from Apollo Brown, Salam Remy, and a couple others. I'm hyped for it. Joel Ortiz, he's another one that's been gaining steam the last few years. Been putting out solid projects. He had, I believe it was called Monday, and he had the Mona Lisa album. I'm going to pull it up on my Apple Music right now. Yeah, Monday, Mona Lisa. He had the Hard album. Joel Ortiz been killing it the last few years, and he's been in the game for a while. So if you're just a fan of super lyrical boom bap shit, this will probably be it. I'm definitely gonna peep this shit out. Dropping November 12th, so be on the lookout for that. And then we got Force 5 Records own Big Left dropping his album. What's it called? Slaughter of the Innocents. That's a fucking, that is a dope name for an album. His new album. I gotta pull up the Force 5 Records page. I already had it pulled up, but somehow it fucking disappeared on me. I don't know how the fuck that happened. But we got, it looks like it's called Slaughter of the Innocents, dropping November 10th on Force 5 Records. Big Left. You might know Big Left from his affiliation with La Coca Nostra, House of Pain, all that shit. So November 10th from Force 5 Records. He's got pre-order bundles up as well. Hoodies, t-shirts, stickers, patches, CDs, all that shit. Force 5 Records, Big Left, new album. Be on the lookout for that shit November 10th. So yeah, that's all the upcoming music releases that we got. And yeah, I think I'm going to work that into the show going forward, as long as, there are new announcements for new music. I know we always talk about upcoming musics, but I figure if I just group them all together, it'd be pretty dope. But yeah, be on the lookout for all that shit. I'm most looking forward to, out of all that shit, most looking forward to probably be Jedi Mind Tricks. Just because I've been such a long time fan of Jedi Mind. So yeah, be on the lookout for all that shit. And then this past weekend, we had, or Buckshot had, the Hollow Bleed 2 show go down. And yeah, he had performances. Buckshot himself, Boondocks, Cody Manson, Ipkiss Pinecone, Jay Villain, amongst others. And if you paid attention to his social medias, Buckshot's social medias, you would know the VIP bundles were sold out before the concert. That's super dope. Shout out to Buckshot for, for his hustle. I was thinking about this earlier today. If, during this whole quarantine pandemic thing, if there's anybody that has increased their stock during this time and really took advantage of the downtime to put out dope shit, it would be Buckshot. This dude just dropping projects left and right, merch drops, these, mystery boxes, the quality of everything he does, with the Double Dragon project, the Cabal project, everything he's doing, the Night of the Zombie, sorry, project that he released at Hollow Bleed. If anybody increased their stock during this whole shit, I'd have to say it would be Buckshot. He put out a Turncoat Dirty album on Mob Style, did pre-order packages through Mob Style. Like, dude's killing it. Dude is just absolutely killing it. And if you were at Hollow Bleed, he was hyping up an announcement that would be made at the show. And the announcement was Hell's Kitchen Overdrive. Buckshot, Boondocks, teaming up again for another Hell's Kitchen project, Hell's Kitchen Overdrive, dropping, I believe, on Black Friday. That was what was said on Black Friday this year. I don't know the exact date of Black Friday. When is fucking, I don't even know, the 29th, maybe some shit like that. But if you peep the first Hell's Kitchen project, I did peep it. I checked it out on the DSPs, and that shit was fire. They were just jacking death row beats, killing that shit. Light had a verse on there that was fucking murderous. I remember that. Like, that was like one of the standout things from that project was Light just having a crazy guest feature on there. And Buckshot and Boondocks, man, they just have really good chemistry together. Between Underground Avengers, the Paradigm Shift project, the First Tales Kitchen, all the other collaborations that they've done, you know. Curious to see if this will be all Jack beats, all original beats. Not quite sure. But like I said, man, if anyone has fucking just hustled and increased their stock during this whole fucking downtime and this fucked up period that we're in, it has to be Buckshot. I always fucking do that, man. Gotta be Buckshot. Fucking killing it. And, something I didn't talk about the last couple weeks, but he just went through a bout with COVID and it sounded like he was pretty fucked up from it, but he did recover from it. And I saw him post today, the day after Holla Bleed, like, considering I just got over COVID, performed for an hour last night, I'm fucking tired. I'm tired. He literally just got over that shit, like, probably, early last week, had the show just a couple days ago, and it sounded like it fucked him up pretty good. And, shout out to Buckshot. I'm glad he's better. And I just look forward to what this dude's going to keep fucking bringing us, man. Night of the Zombie is out. Orders will probably be going up for that sometime this week, like he said. Hell's Kitchen is back. Maybe at some point we can get UGA back. Maybe more Cabal, Double Dragon. Who the fuck knows, man? This dude will come out with another fucking side project, then drop some more solo shit. This dude is fucking a mob style boss the way he fucking drops shit and just stays consistent with everything he's doing. So shout out to Buck. Glad you're doing better. And yeah, everybody stay safe out there, man. Like, the shit's not over. The shit is not over. Regardless of what you want to think, the shit ain't over, and, it could fucking take you down. Could take you down. So just be safe and all that good shit. And then let's talk about this project. It's not new. It was released last week. But if you know, Oh the Horror meets Blaze Ya Dead Homie is up on all DSPs right now, and all the songs have been corrected. At some point last week, I think I noticed it on either Wednesday or Thursday that all the songs were finally fixed. Now, if you go listen to it, if you have it downloaded and you go listen to it, and those three, that one song plays 3 times in a row like it has been, delete the download and re-download it. You should be good. That's what I did. And I got all the songs off the project to play like how they should. And I guess I could give my thoughts on this album since I've listened to it a couple times. And it's not a bad project. Not my favorite shit from Blaze or Oh the Horror, but it's a fun project. Everybody's putting out rock albums this year. Blaze had to get in on it, and he put one out with Oh the Horror. These dudes put out I'll say no. These dudes create exceptionally good rock, metal, whatever the fuck you want to call it, music. Their music that they create is fire. Their breakdowns especially super dope. So, peep it. The music has been fixed on the DSPs and all that shit. Wanted to let everybody know because, last week you would get Listen Up 3 times in a row when you downloaded it last week. And that's probably the best song in the album still. But peep it. I see a lot of people like it. Some people don't. You're going to have people that like it. You're going to have people that don't. Is what it is. Got me thinking of... Actually, we'll get to that in a second. Oh the Horror and Twisted put out a new single this week. So we had Blaze and Oh the Horror last week. This week, we got Twisted in Oh the Horror with their single Halloween Treat. It's the first single off Songs of Samhain 2, The Haunted Record Player. The music on here doesn't sound like Oh the Horror. It sounds like they tried to go for the rock style that Twisted has been doing as of late. You know, if you're familiar with the Unlikely Prescription album, the type of rock shit that Twisted has been doing the last couple years. And the music is dope. This, you know, overall, I'm not really feeling the single on here, but it got me thinking, why doesn't why doesn't Twisted have Oh the Horror just do all the music for their rock shit? You know, have them collaborate with Draven. You know, they don't have a drummer. I know Draven produced a lot of Unlikely Prescription, or not a lot, but some of Unlikely Prescription. I'm sure he had a lot of input on it as well. And why don't Oh the Horror and Draven team up and just do the music for Twisted's rock shit? Like, they could really knock it out of the park. Or just have Oh the Horror tour with Twisted as their, you know, live touring band. I mean, makes sense to me. I don't know, you know, the logistics behind it or anything like that. But it got me thinking that I think I've said that before, but it got me thinking about it again. You know, why don't they have them do the music, tour with them? Oh the Horror, their album 1692 yet again. I'll say it is fucking phenomenal. I was listening to it again this week. It's just such a good album. And yeah, not super pumped on the single. You know, I saw some people saying, you know, I was hoping for some wicked shit from Twisted, and then we get some rock shit again from Twisted off of what should be the wicked shit album. You know, I don't necessarily blame them. I'm not super feeling it, but you know, we'll see how the rest of the EP plays out when it drops. I believe next Friday, right? 29th? Yes, sir. Next Friday. So, but new Oh the Horror Twisted kind of looked like a 50-50 split from what I saw online, from my social media posts and all that shit. So, yeah, peep that shit. And then keeping it Magic Ninja related, we got new Lex the Hexmaster music coming soon. That's right, folks. Not a new album, not a new EP, not part 3 of that 4-part series that he started to release last year. And we haven't got a third part yet. No idea why. What's going on with that, but we're still waiting for 3 and 4. But we are getting new Lex the Hexmaster via a soundtrack from a new movie called Blood Mixed. I saw him post this flyer last week with the, you know, the movie poster, Blood Mixed, music by Lex the Hexmaster. I'm ready for it. Always ready for new Lex the Hexmaster. Definitely thought that was newsworthy because we haven't really heard much of Lex in 2021 outside of a couple features. Haven't really heard much from Lex. I think he did drop a couple singles this year. I don't know if he's got writer's block, what's going on, but we need those parts 3 and 4 to finish out that 4-part series that he started last year. And shout out to Lex, man. You know, one of my favorites just in this, you know, wicked underground juggalo scene, whatever you want to call it. So, yeah, be on the lookout for that. I'll cover it as it gets released or more news gets released for it. And then before we bounce the fuck up out of here, like we did earlier with new album releases coming out, I think I think I've been doing this just in general for songs that I haven't listened to that were new this past week. I'm just going to group them together as well. And let's get into it. These are songs that dropped this past Friday or last week, but I haven't got a chance to listen to yet. But you might like them. You might be a fan of this artist, and you might not know that the song is out or whatever. So let's get into it. First up, Daniel Jordan, former Real Life Productions artist, still fucks with Esham, does shows with Isham. He dropped a new single, Moonlight Drive. It is up on all DSPs right now. So if you fucks with Daniel Jordan, peep that shit. Fuck man. Moonlight Drive is out now. Shout out to Daniel Jordan. And then we got a new collaboration with Nightbreed versus Super Famous Funtime Guys. I don't think it's necessarily versus, but it's a collaboration of Nightbreed, Super Famous Funtime Guys. Nightbreed is White Cheddar, Donnie Menace, and James Joyce, the Squatch. And Super Famous Funtime Guys is, Whipstick and Eight Legs, produced by Jay Reno. Jay Reno, one of the more slept on producers in this Wicked Underground scene. He does that boom bap style. He could do that wicked shit, boom bap shit like Bad Mind does. Him and Bad Mind put out an album, I think last year or the year before. But Nightbreed, Donnie Menace's crew. I fucks with Donnie Menace heavy. Haven't peeped a single yet, but I do intend on listening to it at some point because I do fucks with Donnie Menace. Not super familiar with White Cheddar or James Joyce, the Squatch. And we all know Super Famous Funtime Guys. So go peep that single. It is available everywhere. And then we got new dubs. Dubs, you might know if you've listened to Super Famous Funtime Guys. He's collaborated with them a bunch. You might know him from Midwest Monsters, which is my personal favorite shit from Dubs. He's part of Mission Infect as well. He was part of Chemical Threats 3 and 4, but he dropped a new Halloween single this year. It's called Haunted House. I'm definitely going to peep this shit out at some point. I fucks with Dubs. Dubs is mad underrated, super talented, can rap his ass off, can sing his ass off, all that good shit. So yeah, new Dubs, DUBBS, Haunted House, available everywhere you can listen to music. And then we got new Mad Child. Mad Child is back, and he dropped a new single produced by Lance. I like that. It's called A Confession. That is available everywhere as well. So it looks like Mad Child. It's been a minute since we got a new single from Mad Child. Just a couple months ago, dude was dropping singles like every week. He dropped Shane 1, Shane 2. I have still yet to receive Shane 2. I did receive my Shane 1 Little Monster bundle finally. Have not received Shane 2 yet. No word on that shit. And what the fuck is up with that? But I haven't received it. Haven't seen him make any posts on shipping shit. I know he likes making posts when he ships stuff. Haven't seen one of those posts in a while. So he's just taking his sweet fucking time shipping his fans' orders. But we do have a new Mad Child single. It is called A Confession, produced by Lance. And then we got new Chris Webby, because he's back with the Webby Wednesdays. And he's back with a solo track. No features this week. The song is called Humble Giant. I love the purple artwork. I like this artwork especially because you got Magikarp. If you're familiar with Pokemon, Magikarp is a humble giant because this little fucking useless fish turns into Gyarados and then fucks shit up. So I like the artwork and the play on Humble Giant from Chris Webby on that. And that is available everywhere you could want to listen to music. And if you want a one-stop source for all those songs to go listen to, including some songs I talked about in the beginning of the show, new Ouija Mac, new Mav, and Animal, you can go and follow the Weekly Bumps playlist from Beneath the Dirt. I curate this playlist every week with new music, sprinkling a couple classics here and there. So you can go peep any of the songs that we just talked about and during this show. It's all up there. The Mad Child, Animal, Ouija, Mav, Twisted Oh the Horror, all that shit. Daniel Jordan is up on the Weekly Bumps playlist this week. It's up on Apple Music, Spotify, and YouTube. You can follow the playlist by going to beneathdirt.com. Link in bio. Link in the comments if you're on YouTube. All that good shit. And thank you for everybody that's already following. And thank you to everybody that's tuned in right now. That tuned into this week's episode. Much fucking love. Super appreciated. And yeah, Holla Wicked is going the fuck down. Yum Yum Bedlam pre-orders live now. We didn't think, speculated that it was not going to happen. They were going to push it back. And it was going to be the first Holla Wicked that they ever missed. But the clowns, I think until they fucking die, we'll get a Holla Wicked every fucking year. Super dope. Hyped on that news. If you're going to Holla Wicked, let me fucking know. If you cop that pre-order, let me know. And I'm Rome Bone of the Beneath the Dirt podcast. And until next time, I'm out. Peace.